Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mike again, and this is going to be the start of not a new series I'm going to be doing, but like a series of videos that is going to take quite some time for me to finish. So just sit back, grab some popcorn or something, because the decade in review of video games is here. Um, Fuck. 2000 to 2010 was filled, absolutely packed to the brim of games that I remember or have heard about or just like genuinely enjoyed. That I'm actually gonna do it year by year and probably split it in two, because 2001 especially, and probably 2003, 2008. Damn. There's just so many games, so little time. But I'm going to start off with 2000, and I'm going to go the date that they released. So the first game that actually came out, like, that I want to review or want to like talk about is Mario Party 2. Mario Party 2 was like the pinnacle of like multiplayer gaming. It was just a whole lot of fun for you and like two or three friends to just like screw around with for a couple hours at a time. And the mini games in it were just so fun. It was such a blast to play, and still to this day, it's probably one of the better Mario parties in the series. Alright. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Personally, it's one of my favorites in the series. It's up there with Wind Waker. I don't know why everybody talks like so highly about Ocarina of Time. I mean, yeah, it's a good game, but if that's your favorite game, then you obviously haven't played the others in the series. You just thought of Ocarina of Time in such high regard that it's just you don't even care or like consider like the flaws of that game. You just thought about it because I think it was the first 3D Legend of Zelda, if my memory serves me correctly. Ocarina of Time was, and then Majora's Mask just kind of like expanded on it and improved Ocarina of Time while incorporating an entirely different story in it. So I loved Majora's Mask, and it's a good game. Play it if you haven't. Now kind of gets into the game where I haven't really played it, but I've heard good things about it. Like I don't remember playing it, but Perfect Dark, and it's kind of weird because that like I play mainly first-person shooters because I am a console-based first-person shooter guy, and Perfect Dark was kind of like the pinnacle of first-person shooters back in the day. Same with like 007. What was it? The one with Oddjob, the one with that came out in the GameCube, and the snow level with the lift. I'll think of it eventually. I don't know. Yeah, and it's kind of weird to say that it's one of the better games of the decade, and I never played it. I never played Perfect Dark, and it's fucking weird because that was kind of like the best first-person shooter to come out in such a long fucking time. And god damn, for me to not have played it, it's like, what the hell was I doing with my life? Yeah. Alright, Final Fantasy IX. Oh god. I didn't even play this until like probably 5 years ago. And oh my god, it's because it is my favorite game out of the Final Fantasy series, hands down. Granted, I only played 7, 8, and 9. Well, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And 9 is by far the best. Well, I shouldn't say by far because 7 is up there with the story. Um, yeah, 9 is. Oh my god. Nine's soundtrack. If you haven't heard that fucking soundtrack or if you haven't played the game, you are missing out on probably one of the best soundtracks of the decade. I mean, it's up there. It's probably one of my favorites of all time. I mean, the soundtrack is up there with Shadow of the Colossus. It's and like countless others that is just phenomenal. I have nothing bad about it. The gameplay, it was like the ability crystals and shit. It was like, what the fuck? God, I don't understand what the hell the point of that was, because it made the game so much more difficult and so much more convoluted than it needed to be. Spyro, Year of the Dragon. Yeah, this was kind of like a nostalgic overload for me because I remember playing Year of the Dragon like probably close to 7, 8 years ago, and it came out in 2000. Oh my god, Year of the Dragon was probably one of the. I don't want to say one of the best Spyro games up there because for me, Ripto's Rage is still my favorite Spyro game of all time. And it just Year of the Dragon was good, but I mean it wasn't like it wasn't Ripto's Rage. That's what I'm trying to get at. It was good, but it was no Ripto's Rage. Yeah, and Banjo-Tooie is the next game. I actually never played Banjo-Tooie, to be honest with you guys. I have played bits and pieces of Banjo-Kazooie, but not Tooie. And I just it was decent from what I heard. I mean, I saw people play it, but it wasn't that good. It was no Banjo-Kazooie. Because for me, the initial game is always the best. But that's not always the case in like some of the games on this list, which I will get to eventually. Then, last but not least, for 2000 is Dark Cloud. I have never played Dark Cloud, but it was kind of like the Dark Cloud was a really weird like RPG, and I've never played it, but I've seen like gameplay of it, and it just looked really weird. I mean, it looked fucking interesting as hell, but I just never got into it because I never actually got my hands on it. I mean, I'm sure if I would have played it, I would have loved it, but at the same time, it's like it was weird. I just I don't know what to say about it because it's like, sure, it's good and all, but I never played it, so I don't have anything to like compare it to or talk about it wise. So yeah, if I mean, I had to rate the games of the year, like in order from greatest to latest, yeah, because I'm fucking, God, I cannot talk. Like best to worst of the year, it would probably be like, oh, and fuck, I completely skipped over this. Fucking Pokemon Stadium came out that year. Wow, in like fucking 2000. God, Pokemon Stadium was probably I don't know. It took me a while to get it. I think I got it in like 2002 or something, 2001, somewhere around there. I got all these games after they came out. I never got like one of these games when they came out. And Pokemon Stadium was just one of those like party games, like Mario Party or something, and it was fun. It was a fun game that just like made people competitive, and like it brought Pokemon to consoles, like other than fucking handhelds, and that's what I liked about it. It although granted it was for the Nintendo 64, which had that fucking controller, piece of shit. Yeah, it brought Pokemon to consoles. Yes. Pokemon Stadium 2, although it improved it kind of like kind of, I don't really know what to say. Like, sure it was good, but it wasn't number one. Like if they had made Pokemon Stadium 3 with like Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire Pokemon, I would have bought that shit so fast. Cause Generation 3 for me is the best generation of Pokemon. Cause there hasn't been a good Fire type Pokemon starter since fucking Torchic. I'm sorry, but everyone just sucked after that. And the last three fucking fire starters have been fucking firefighting. Come on, stop it, Nintendo. Fucking stop it, Game Freak. Just I'm getting out of control here. This is not a Pokemon rant. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this first in a long-winded series through the previous decade of games. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one, which is 2001. Yeah, it's gonna be a long fucking one. Yeah, see you guys later.